And about to let them move. TLC Projects and Shop Fitters Plate. And they're racing. Angelic Ruler's the last of them away. She's back at the tail of the field early, where Kelly's Callisto, the Velvet King, were the first to move. And the Velvet King's going to press on here for Mitchell Pateman, and he's going to cross over. So he takes up the role of pacemaker, the Velvet King, and going forward soon after the start is Convicted Man. Getting up second outside Kelly's Callisto, going a little keenly. Then came Call Me Ali, who's down on the inside. One look out, a length and a half may keep him. Classic Pro. And back there, Stone Motherless last is Angelic Ruler as they work their way to the far corner at the 800, leaving the back straight. And over on the inside, the Velvet King held the front a half a length. Convicted Man. They're a length and a half then to the good of Kelly's Callisto. Down on the inside, Call Me Ali, who's up there fourth. Followed then closely here by Lookout. Classic Pro. Down on the inside to May Keep Him, and Angelic Ruler, the filly. She's got the task really in front of her coming up to the home corner. Still back last of all in the best part of 6 here off the leader, who's going pretty well at the top of the home straight. The Velvet King, Convicted Man on his outside. Around their heels now, starting to run on Kelly's Callisto. Lookout. And right down the outside, Angelic Ruler. She's coming with a big burst as well. On the inside, the Velvet King from Kelly's Callisto. Angelic Ruler keeps coming at them. Will she get there? Over on the inside, the Velvet King kicks, however. The Velvet King has just won. Held them off after getting a good run in the middle stages to win from Kelly's Callisto. Angelic Ruler's been a monster of a run. Look out behind those. Fourth in, I would suggest, just in front of Classic Pro. Convicted Man, Call Me Ali, and May Keep Him is the last of them in. To the Velvet King, that was the push late and got to the front quite cheaply there for Mitch Pateman. Kelly's Callisto in behind it, and Angelic Ruler had to make up 6 lengths on them and has got awfully close in a brave effort to possibly run second from Kelly's Callisto. And over on the fence, Lookout will be fourth in. But the Velvet King makes it now 2 wins from 3 starts. A universal ruler gelding from the yard of Darren McAuliffe. Mitch Pateman led and won here on the 2-year-old on debut. Had a tougher run at the hands of Angelic Ruler last start. But today it was the tough run that she had to endure back there last and then try and out-sprint them, which was impossible for her to do. Let's go to Britt Taylor out there with Mitch Pateman. Would have been happy with the tempo of the race in the middle stages, that little breather that he got there, Britt.
Certainly would be. Thanks, Darren. Mitch, congratulations on the win. Were you always hoping just to find that front, or was there ever an intention to hand up?
No, not really. He's a lot better horse when he finds the rail, especially at this stage of his career. Once I found the front, I thought I'd be pretty hard to beat, but copped a fair bit of pressure throughout the race. So he's done a very good job to fight on the way he did.
Were you surprised in the end? There was a late surge coming for you. Did you think he was going to be able to hold on?
Oh, I've got a lot of time for this horse. I think he's a very good horse in the making, and he was there to be beaten today, and he called on all his strengths. And the further we went into the race, we were holding him, and the further we were getting away from him. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me because I've got a very big opinion of him.
Well, hopefully it's just the beginning of big things to come. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Darren McAuliffe joins us here. Darren, that was a good performance. I think the key got to the fence today.
Yeah, look, he's just got to roll along at good sectionals, and that's the thing. You know, he's got to get some sting out of him. He's got a really nice high cruising speed, and Mitchie just tried to ride 2 nicer race and 2 prettier race on him last start. You know, he hangs out, lays away from other horses. He's petrified of them, and you know, he's just so much improvement in him just in racing manners. But that was the right way to ride him there today, and he's probably shown he's had enough on the line.
Yeah, Macca, that was a great insight there for the punters and the people watching that race, because he did seem to wobble around that turn. You thought, oh, hang on, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but he dug deep.
Yeah, I mean, last start, Mitchie elected to hand up to a, you know, he got in a beautiful spot outside the leader and elected to hand up to 101 spot pop. You know, it's always going to come back in your lap. You got to go around it. He knows the horse is going to shy away from it. You know, so he's cost himself 2 or 3 lengths. He gets beaten a length and 3/4. It's just about knowing your horse and knowing what's going to happen. And he learned his lesson after I'd explained things to him. And
guess he was lucky you were overseas.
No, I still cop it. No, the moles don't deflect from them getting a spray. But look, it's all about taking their riding to the next level. You know, like Mitchie's the same as anyone. They make mistakes, and I spend every waking hour with these horses, so I know them inside out. But he's going to take his riding to the next level, and these are the little things that he needs to improve on. So.
And he did the job today. Obviously, he listened to you and the way he went. What about this horse? How long do you give him off, and what race do you think he can come back to next time?
Well, I don't believe he's a Guineas horse. You know, yeah, he'd certainly be making up the field, but I don't think he's realistically a winning chance in a Guineas. So we'll probably just wait a little bit and aiming at those races like the race at Bunbury that we won with the Abdicator, the Patron Sprint or Southwest Breeders' Plate, whatever it is, or like what we won with War Room, you know, the Lestier Classic, those sort of weaker back end of the carnival type races, and that'd be suitable for him.
Another son of Universal Ruler getting the job done.
Yeah, we've got some more to come, so keep fingers crossed.
Well done, Macca.
Thank you.
There we go, Darren McAuliffe, the winning trainer. The Velvet King, too strong, too tough to lead all the way in that 2-year-old race, the final Metro 2-year-old race here in the West. Okay, that wraps up race 2. Great to have your company on Sky International.